anyone who only interacts with me by watching my videos, thank you. But I have not had power for the last 8 days. I live in Oregon, and an ice storm took out my electricity, so I haven't been able to stream. I can only charge my stuff by going to like Starbucks and stuff. My house is like in the mid 30 degrees. I'm soft locked from water because like a groundwater pipe burst because it froze, and then the ice expanded and broke it. So the tap, there's like a boil notice to boil all the water and stuff, but I can't because I don't have electricity, and that's also why I have such shitty lighting and stuff. Black was probably not the right thing to wear for this, but it's very cold. It's very cold, so I'm just trying to stay warm and stuff. That also makes videos very difficult to make. This is obviously a little different than I'm usually doing, but I thought I was just really bored, and so I decided to just like write stuff, because I mean that's all I can do really is like write and read. So I decided to write a couple of fictitious like embarrassing moments, like secondhand embarrassing moments, if you'll like bear with me for this. So the first one I've got here, imagine you're at In-N-Out with your friends. Let's say there's like 5 of you, right? 3 guys and a couple. And you go to pick up your order, right? And you pick up a bunch of food, you go up to the aisle, they hand you your stuff, you got the little like red tray of food. And you're walking and you accidentally stumble. When you're making the turn, one of your back foot catches on your front foot on the front stride, and you fall over and you fall with all the food. And you had like a Neapolitan shake in there, and as you clatter to the floor, like the wind is knocked out of you because you're landing. You didn't expect to fall, and you're kind of concerned about the food, so you make this like really disgruntled like noise. It's like a and the whole restaurant, it goes from this like bustling, open, active environment to just everyone is silent. Everyone feels so bad, and you're there just on the floor, staring at the floor huddled. You don't want to look up, right? You feel the Neapolitan shake is just all over your shirt. And you're just dreading the In-N-Out employee or the first person who actually says something to like help you up or to help you clean up, and you're just on the verge of tears. You don't want to like ruin the mood either because you only brought one shirt with you, so you're just gonna have to basically tough it out and spend the rest of this like friends outing in like smoothie covered shirt, and you're just trying your best to hold it together. That's scenario 1. Scenario 2 is, let's say you're back in high school and you are a pretty decent track and field athlete, and your coach suggests that you should do, or the team should do, like a pool exercise because the high school has a pool. So he tells you to bring swim trunks, and when you're at home, you look at the swim trunks, and it's been a couple of years since the last time you've been swimming, and you realize your swim trunks don't really fit you. They're kind of snug, they're kind of tight, but you don't really mind. And you're like, it's just swimming, like I'm under the water anyway, who cares, what's the worst that could happen? What you forget is that at the end of practice, you always kind of stretch out with the team, and you didn't realize that you stretch out with the team, you're going to be doing it in your swim trunks, and so as you're doing a deep squat, your shorts rip and your cock falls out in front of the 4x4 women's team. That's scenario 2. Scenario 3, you're driving home after a long day from school. You just pulled an all-nighter playing Tom Clancy's The Division, and when you're driving home, you get caught in traffic on I-880, and you kind of doze off, and as you're dozing off, your hand starts veering on the wheel ever so slightly, and you accidentally bump into the car to your right, and you bump into the car, you like barely scratch the paint on your car, but it's enough force that it closes the mirrors on the side of your car, so you can't actually look behind you and stuff. So you're like trying for your life to veer over to the side just to park and exchange insurance information. And as you're just panicking, trying to just stop, just like trying to just get out of the way of all the cars, Dwayne Johnson's "You're Welcome" is playing from the feature film Moana. Situation number 3. Situation number 4 is that you're studying abroad in the Czech Republic, and you're walking to your favorite shawarma place. It's winter, so there's snow and ice all over the place, and it's on a hill, which hasn't been a problem before, but there was a snowstorm beforehand, so there's a lot of ice on the floor. And usually the Czech Republic has the infrastructure and is equipped to deal with this sort of thing. They usually lay gravel on the floor, but in this case it was too recent because you were really hungry and wanted shawarma. And the shawarma place is parked right in front of a little bus station, a very common bus station near a mall in the heart of Prague. It's a very prime location for shawarma. It's a lot of people just get it while they're waiting. It's really good. And What happens is that as you're going up this hill to get to the shore place, there's just hot Eastern European girls just waiting in line. And what happens is you're walking up the hill and you start slipping. And when you try to get your footing by placing another step, you just kind of end up slipping more. And so you just spend the next like 30 to 45 seconds just like slipping and falling and catching yourself. You never actually hit the ground. Like you never actually land on your butt, but you spend a good 45 seconds just trying to regain your balance, and everyone is watching you, and it's pretty brutal. These are all fictitious. These are not. None of these have ever happened before. Situation number 5 is you're in a creative writing class, and they think it'd be fun to do a little improv segment to maybe work on your on-the-fly thinking. And so basically, what happens is that the teacher kind of pulls a card or hands out cards to people who volunteer, and you enthusiastically into volunteer. You want to kind of get out there and then get out of your comfort zone a little bit. So you volunteer. She hands you a card, and the card says you can juggle anything. And you've never juggled anything in your entire life. And so you go to the front of the class, and the person next to you has their card, and they're trying to do their thing. And you ask for products from the crowd. You just ask for items from the crowd. You start swiping things from people's desks. And you've never juggled before, and right before you're about to throw up the item, the thought goes through your mind, what if, you know? And you start juggling, and you fail like comedically. It's so bad. You accidentally hit a girl in the face with a book, and then the teacher tells you to sit back down. Here's situation number 6. You just watched Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Bastards, and you really loved the character, the Jew Bear, and so you wanted to buy a shirt. So you go out and you look up Jew Bear shirt, and the only thing you can find is a red shirt with a like California logo bear on it and the Star of David. And you buy it and you start wearing it out because you love the movie so much. You realize that walking around with the Star of David planted on your chest makes people, like a lot of people, really, really uncomfortable because of perhaps the historical connotation. And so you decide, like pretty consciously, that it's just going to be like a home shirt, like a pajama shirt that you're just not going to wear in public because you don't like the looks that you get. And you're a man just like anybody else. And one day, when you go out, you're not really doing anything, you're unemployed in a fictitious situation. And so you wear your pajamas sometimes when you're going to the grocery store doing mild chores, everybody does it. But what you forget is that you accidentally wore your Jew Bear shirt, which, I mean, no harm, no foul, except 24 hours prior to you going out, the October Hamas attacks happened in Israel, and everyone thinks that you're trying to make a statement. And you don't realize this until you're already pretty deep outside in the middle of your chores, so you start walking around town with your like arms like this, trying to like cover up the Star of David. That's situation number 6. Situation number 7 is that you're in the middle of an ice storm in Oregon that's knocked out your power for 7 days, and you accidentally trauma dump on the customer service representative, and they ask you if they can help you in any way. You start talking about how you're really cold and you don't have like a good relationship with your father and stuff. And then she starts kind of treating you like a homeless person, low-key. She starts talking about how like schools have been giving out hot meals to people affected by the outages, and like some gyms are like letting people shower and stuff, and like giving you all these resources for like how to do stuff. And like you kind of appreciate it. You're kind of like, yeah, I fuck with like the weather and then like the tragedy or whatever, because I feel a real sense of camaraderie among my like fellow man, but I don't like feel good about like you pitying me. But like I get it, you know. That's all I got. I only got those 7 fictitious situations. I used to want to write a book, but yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna get my power back. They told me it would be a week 4 days ago. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching.